Okay, thank you very much. Welcome all our participants. My name is Joseph, and then we have our panelists ready. Please give me a reaction if you can hear me and let me know. Hello? Okay, sure. That's great. So we are live on all our social media platforms. We are live on Zoom, on LinkedIn, and Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. My name is Joseph once again, General Manager for Lit Technologies, which has the Lit Software Studio and also the Lit Digital Academy. And this project or this event is about product management. As you are all aware, we are in a tech transition end, and then product management is a big game changer. We have our seasoned panelists who are coming in with worth of experience, worth of knowledge, worth of information in the field. And then I encourage us all to stay glued to our sets and then get as much knowledge and information from them. So I'll start by introducing my panelists. When I introduce you, kindly turn on your camera so that our participants can see you. So the first panelist is going to be Randall. Randall, it's a true pleasure to introduce Randall, who is a product manager. She comes from Ghana. She's Ghanaian, very dynamic and proud alumni of Achimota School and the Granite of Central University. She embodies the spirit of tenacity and innovation. What sets Randall apart is a remarkable journey into the world of product managers, project management in the midst of the challenges posed by the global pandemic, that's COVID. Randall defied the odds with no prior experience or background in tech. She sees the opportunity to break into the realm of project management. She did this. I mean, it's very interesting. We all ask, how did she do this? Because we were all scared. We all, during that period, we all didn't know what to do. But she was very relentless, and then she was very committed. She did this by learning her way through online, and then she started from the basics as an intern with no experience. She has a passion for software development, and then she has led and overseen the successful launch of over 10 products or 10 software products in a journey. So a journey is not just a testament to an individual prowess, but also a source of inspiration to all aspiring product and project management managers. Get ready to be inspired by Randall as she shares insights, experience, and the secrets behind the successes in the world of product management. So without further ado, let's welcome Randall. Hi, Randall.
Hello, guys.
Randall.
Good afternoon.
Yes, we can hear you. Nice to have you.
It's a pleasure to be here.
That's great. Our second panelist happens to be Mr. Ernest. So Mr. Ernest is also an enthusiastic product manager. He's a true trailblazer in the intersection of agribusiness, economics, and a cutting-edge technology. He's also a Ghanaian, hails from Ghana. He has embarked on his academic journey from Achimota School through to the University of Ghana, where he earned a Bachelor's of Science degree in agribusiness and economics. He has a passion for innovation in agric, which led him to start Full Stack, which is an agri-tech company that is aimed to revolutionize the agriculture and tech industry. Fast forward, where he's currently studying an MSc in data analytics with the Franklin University in USA. He has been a product manager with a dynamic startup in the USA, seamlessly merging agribusiness background with the forefront of technology advancements. Ernest also's journey into product management is also a testament to his ability and relentless pursuit of excellence. Over the years, he has worked with a diverse array of companies, both in his homeland, Ghana, and the bustling tech scene of the United States of America. His portfolio boasts of rich tapestry of products that have left a lasting impact on the industries he has touched. Today, Ernest joins us to share his insights, lessons learned, and unique perspectives he brings from navigating the dynamic landscapes of agribusiness, economics, and product management. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to be inspired, to be taught, and to go through life and the journey with Ernest. Hi, Ernest.
Hello, Star. Thanks for having me here today.
Sure. So we'll be going in soon, and then welcome again. So this event is proudly brought to you by Let's Digital Academy under the auspices of Let's Technologies. So Let's Digital Academy also trains product managers. We've trained over hundreds of product managers in the field, both in Ghana, US, and especially in the UK. We have our alumni all around the world, from Microsoft to Google to Formula One. Everywhere you could think about, we have someone in there doing amazing. Our instructors are also on the event on the channel. So if you have any questions, if you want to also enroll for a course, or you want to take your career to the next stage in product management, let's do this together. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again. Ernest and Randall, welcome once again. Randall, any words for us?
Yeah, I'm really honored to actually be here. I look forward to impacting in your lives. Let's have a wonderful hour.
Hi, sure. Thank you so much, Randall. So as I'm done with the introductions, and then there's nothing much more to do, we are going to start with Randall. Randall, so give us a brief history of how you transitioned to product management. Give us a background story of how it has been for you and how we can also be like you when we grow up.
Oh, thank you so much, Star. I think we are all old, so be more than me when you grow older. That's what I wish for. That being said, I would like to share my screen so that we start with it.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay. This is one thing I live by. Everything is possible if you have enough nerve. Another way you can put it is, over here, we don't give up. So I entered the University of Ghana in 2018, about to study computer science. Back in high school, about to finish, I didn't really know what to do. I didn't really understand what I was getting myself into in the university. This is just a backstory so I can carry you guys along. I got to the university. My father, may his soul rest in perfect peace, chose my course for me. He chose computer science. He told me straight up, apart from law, the only, excuse my language, sensible course to actually take is computer science, because hey, wherever the world is going to, is going into a digital world. I think he was a prophet, but hey, here we are. So I went to the university to study computer science. My first class was so traumatizing because they were speaking a lot of jargons that I was so lost. I was very lost, to be honest. And it was kind of heartbreaking because I didn't have a laptop, one. I got to the school thinking, oh, this is uni. You're actually going to be taught. But to break my heart, it's tertiary and you're not taught, you're lectured. So I was very confused at the beginning. I eventually got my very first laptop. Imagine doing computer science without a laptop. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you. It's like driving a car without your keys. What are you going to do? But we still to first semester. Second semester, I got my laptop, and then I decided that, hey, we are already here. It's either we make it or it makes us. There's one thing that we see in Achimota school is let the school pass through you. Don't just pass through the school. If I have any across here, I would want you to give me a reaction. Yeah. So in school, we're going through it, studying computer science, a lot of coding and all that. Then COVID hits. We got home and we're all confused. We didn't know if the world was ending or not or whatever. Eventually, COVID was clearing up. But during that stage, I was in level 300. And at level 300, you'd have to find a niche. It's not like you would have to find, but you know that you're about to finish. And if you don't actually find a passion or something you're good at, you would literally just leave the school and go and do some secretary job or something, which you will never use whatever you learned for the 4 years and you paid for. So my friends and I decided that we have to find our niche. To be honest, it wasn't easy because I would say out of a group of 7 friends, I was the last to find my niche, but there's a good story to that. I found my niche late because I decided to try everything, which I'll recommend to everybody because I this is how I perceive work. Work is generally tiring, but if you love what you do, you excel at it. There are people that when Monday is coming, they're like, oh my God, Monday. I'm like, hey, it's another Monday. You're about to have meetings. I'm about to do something I like. And it makes the world a little nicer because a lot of things are already trying to bring you down. So if you add working in a place where you actually don't like, it multiplies the pain for you. So I tried design, I tried code, I tried video animation, I tried all the options that the tech industry had. And honestly speaking, I was out of options. We got back to campus and a friend of mine was like, hey, what's up? I was like, I still don't have my niche. I'm still looking for it. Mind you, some of my friends have found their thing. Like some of them are in design, some of them are coding, like doing great things. And we are friends, so we literally spend all our evenings together, have dinner, learn, and so we know what everybody is about. Just to give you context, all my friends are guys, so you know guys. To them, I'm a bro. So they're just open with it, like you need to actually find your niche. And one person was like, hey, you're a natural leader, and have you heard of project management? And I was like, what is that? Have you heard of product management? I was like, what is that? So that evening, I went back to my hostel and opened my laptop and went to Google, what is product management? And there was a link from Coursera about a project management course relating to it on YouTube. I spent the whole night going through resources, trying to understand and everything. And I was like, whoa, this is actually something I can do because from level 100 to where we were at that time, I was the course rep for every single course because I had to put myself out there to push myself to learn. As I said, everything is possible if you have enough nerve. To sabotage my brain, I had to put myself on the line closer to lectures, so I'll be forced to learn and make sure I pass my exams. Because if you're course rep, they have higher expectation for you. I don't know if you understand me, but yeah. And to be honest, it was a thrilling experience. That whole night it was like one of the best nights in my life. The next morning, I was eager to tell them that, hey, I found it. I found it. This is perfect. This is me just being me and not altering who I am to become a better person. Like, it's just me finishing school and continuing my life. And it was great finding that. So I took the first course. After taking the first course, unfortunately, I lost my dad in that moment. So things got back to like zero. But hey, we don't give up here, as I said. Regardless, we'll cry, we'll clean our tears, and we'll move forward. And when I came back from that state, like level 400, I got my first job. It wasn't just like a jump. It was continuing the courses, talking to people, putting myself out there. Like every morning on my status, I post something about project management. To be honest, at that time, I didn't even know what I was posting. I didn't even understand into details what I was posting. I go to LinkedIn and I see somebody post a fun fact about project management. I can't put on my status. How I got my first internship was through my status, to be honest. A senior, working in the company at that time, reached out to me that I need somebody to actually organize my personal tax. Like, I have too many tax and I need it personalized, like managed properly. And I was like, oh, I can come out so that we talk. And we went to talk over Gobe. The story is funny. We went to talk over Gobe, and it was just like, okay, this is what I need. Can you offer it? I was like, yeah, why not? Why only you? It looks like you guys don't have a PM in your company. I was like, yeah, you can actually help the whole company. You see, always put yourself out there. Regardless, what's the worst he could have said? No. And he was like, you know what? I'll introduce you to my boss on Monday. So we were speaking like Thursday. On Monday, I already went in prepared for an interview because it wasn't just like an introduction. When I got there, like I got to his like hostel, then we had the meeting with his boss, and it was just like a spot-on interview. But hey, by the help of God, I was already prepared because I knew that this wouldn't just be like, hello, hi, this is Randall. Of course not. This is a businessman and he doesn't waste his time. So I got there, we had the interview, and he was like, yeah, sure, you start next week. Just there. And I was like, wait, what? To be honest, I was still on my second course. Like, I wasn't done. But one thing is putting yourself out there. It was knowing that you can do anything you put your mind to and just taking a leap of faith. Do you understand? So yeah, from there, this is how far the Lord has brought me. This is my backstory of somebody that entered computer science without a laptop, not having an idea how to even type was an issue. And and we pulled through, and by the grace of God, we are here.
Wow.
So don't think that don't think that I'm not qualified, I'm not fit. Hey, do it scared, do it unqualified. Apply for it regardless. Show up confident. That's what they need. To be honest, when my senior was talking about what I had to do for him, half of the things he was saying, I had no idea. But Google is our friend, to be honest. Like, it's the powerful tool you have no idea about. There's no tax I will say no to, unless of course I can't do it. Like, I don't have the time, but there's nothing I can do. You just have to search and you can actually achieve it. Some challenges I faced were that even though I put myself out there, I was learning continuously. Remember, I got my job when I was still in school. I still had to finish my education. I still had to perform excellently at my job. So, and as you know, I still had to keep my group of friends. So I had to juggle these three things, like go to church, my friends, work, class, and it was, let me say, it was stressful because as a first timer working while schooling, I didn't really understand all the concepts, but let me say, by the grace of God, we pulled through. What helped me actually was like time management and having the men. Like there were moments where I couldn't make it for class. My friends would literally go to class, make notes. When I close from work, like 5:36, we go have dinner and they teach me what they learned. Like they literally offload to me, and I'm forever eternally grateful to them because I wouldn't have been able to pull through like the last 2 semesters without them. And they've contributed to who I am today. They've motivated me, they've pushed me into higher heights. So manage your time well, surround yourself with people who want better things for you too. And I don't think there's nothing you can't achieve. Like no God for you too, you know.
Okay,
Moving
sure.
on.
So Randall, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, sure. So it's a very interesting story, very intriguing one you shared with us. I mean, one thing I've taken from it is to be bold about what you want. You know, post on your social about what you are doing. Someone will definitely see. It may be over Gobe or whatever. That may be your first job. That I get that. You spoke about time management as well. We are looking at every webinar we attend, every event we attend, every rich person I've met, every big woman or big man I've met, they also with time management. But it's like at times it becomes very difficult for us. We all have 24 hours. Then we have all of you doing the big things. You are doing product management, you are doing project management, and then all we hear is time management, and then we are wondering, I mean, we all use the same time. So what time are you using? How do you do it? Do people have like 48 hours per day? Have you people been able to cheat the world or something like show us the way?
To be honest, it's priorities. Like it's a very good question to but it's priorities. Like basic thing is priorities. If if I have to go for a concert and I have a job and I have to go to church and I have to meet a friend, you can do a timesheet. Is it important? Is it urgent? Is it urgent? Not important? Is it not urgent? Is it less important? Like mostly in my head, like when I wake up every morning, I set alarms for myself. Just as you know me, so I have a lot of alarms throughout the day because I get lost in my work, so I need to be woken up. Like, hey, you have to take a walk. Hey, you have to do this. Hey, it's time for this. And it's priorities. If I plan my day and something like of more priority bumps it in, you spot my day. Like I had to do this at this time, and I have to find extra hours in the night to complete it. Like it's priorities, it's discipline. Because if I know that I was supposed to do this today and I couldn't do it because something of urgent, like an emergency popped up, I'd have to find a way to make up for it. That's when most of us don't really sleep. So we don't cheat, but we sacrifice the sleeping hours to accomplish what I have to do in a day. That's what I did while I was in school. As I said, I worked during the day, and in the evening, the classes I missed, I had to go through them, like from my friends. And whilst they are done lecturing what they were lectured, I have to sit down and learn. And I still have tasks ongoing. So set your priorities right and be disciplined towards it. Like if you miss it, make sure you make up for it because this is the time you gave it. So make sure you make up for it. And that's it. We don't have like
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you know, you've shared your story with us. You've highlighted the challenges, showed us the way Kakra got the opportunities. I mean, at times we may need advice and tips. Do you have any
Oh yeah,
advice?
I have about
Wow,
6 tips. Just
60.
Just six
Okay.
basic tips I
That
would
was
want to share with everybody.
definitely. We take them. 6. Please, the participants, let's all get our pens and then
Yeah.
books, notebooks, cards ready so we could get the wise 6 tips from Randall.
Yeah. So first one is to embrace continuous learning. If in the PM space, in the project management, in the product management space, things evolve. A lot of things evolve. Technology itself doesn't stay here. 4 years ago, AI wasn't so much of a big deal. Right now, AI is like investors' trigger. If you mention a product, my product has AI in it, investors are pumping money to you. So if you're like, I'm done with school, so forget it. Of course not. It doesn't work like that. You have to make sure that what you continually learn, make sure that you're up to date on technology trends, like their books. I have this PMI book I read every Monday. I have courses I take during the weekends. Like, as I said, when I started with courses like Google Management, Project Management course, Coursera, a little there, a little that. And they were great insights for me because I was self-taught, I'll put it that way. I didn't use anything I was taught in the university. All I did was teach myself on YouTube, on Google, and add a little swag, then remove. Don't ever think that you know everything because even the project management exams, like worldwide exams, they make sure that they change their syllabus like every 2 years. And so like there's a new book, which is the 14, and I'm not even finished 13. Like, I'm like, what? You people calm down for us. But hey, that is it. Right now, we as project managers have to know how to use AI in our day-to-day activities. So in creating tasks and putting out timelines and all that, we have to include AI in it to make our work easier and faster and be more efficient. So you have to make sure that you expand your knowledge, you stay informed, you enhance your ability to make informed decisions. So there are moments in your PM life where you feel like, this is too hard. But as I said at the beginning, over here, we don't give up. Everything is possible if you have enough nerve. Like, we don't give up here. You always make sure that you go for it and you get it done. The next thing is networking and finding mentors. So in my story, as I said, a friend of mine, a senior actually, he wasn't my friend yet. He was just a senior. I approached one time, hey, please, I didn't understand this. And he explained and I took his number and that was it. And that is how I got my first job. So networking. Make sure that you meet as much people as possible. Not for just hello, hi. Make sure you meet people with the right intentions. Like, I'm connecting with this person because I want to be you in the next 3 months. There are people like that on my LinkedIn. I've connected with them and I know that in the next 3 months, I'm going to be like you or more than you because I'm literally studying what you do. Like, what courses have you taken? Where have you been? All those things. It's like, instead of us, what do you call it? Stalking our boyfriends on social media, we can actually stalk people we want to be like on LinkedIn. Do you understand? And one person for me is Lucy Quest. So
I'm very random because I want to be like you.
one person for me is Lucy Quest, and that woman is great, to be honest. You can also join LinkedIn groups to make sure that you are connected well. I found PMI group, the PMP, like the project management professional group, very early in my days. So like it gave me a better idea of where I'm heading, what I'm supposed to do, and how I'm supposed to get there. I read a lot about them and I've joined them on almost all my social media accounts. Like, I'm not really a social media person, but when I go to Twitter, it's everything about PMP. When I go to Instagram, like Do you understand? Mentorship. This is one thing that gave me insight. So there's a site called ADP List. I don't know. Star, if you can put it in the comments, it will really help them. ADP List. A, capital D, capital P list is a place where you can find mentors regardless of your profession, and it's free. So that is where I found my first mentor. And he gave me, he was Nigerian actually. He gave me understanding. He told me that I was ready to pay for courses. And he told me that, see, certification is not a big deal. Can you do the work? That's what has stuck with me. I've employed over 7 project managers, and I've just overlooked certifications because can you do the work? That's more important to me.
A very short one. So to the participants, to our attendees, Randall has spoken about networking. We are one way or the other on a community. That's the product management community Ghana. So in that group, you are also going to be sharing opportunities. You can network with people. You have the best minds and the best resources. Randall would also be on the community as well. And then she has also spoken about him. For those who are trying to improve, as I mentioned earlier, the product management course would be running from January. So it's a 1-month course. It's very intense. You are going to meet your goals. And then it's not just about the certification. It's about you being able to do the job, as Randall has spoken about.
Exactly. That's very important, to be honest.
It was very practical, so you could reach out in the group or in the community to get enrolled on the course as well. So Randall, take us away the final 4 tips so we can have Ernest.
Actually 3, just 3 more. Gain practical experience. To be honest, people get stuck in the learning phase. Like, oh, I'm watching videos, I'm learning courses. Please, it's a trap. The moment you feel like I can do it, you're like, nah, there's more to learn. Please, it's a trap. Don't listen to that voice. Don't listen to that voice. Gain practical. Put yourself out there. I see on LinkedIn, people are offering volunteer PM positions. You have nothing to lose. If you're bad at it, you learn. Like, you actually have nothing to lose. Nobody is ever good at their first essay, their first marathon, their first cookathon. Like, it's your first. You don't have to be excellent. You just have to try. Do you understand? That brings me to this. Yeah, imposter syndrome. Even the president feels this. But what do? We move. Like, we move, literally. We move. There are days you feel like, oh God, is it me? Am I here? Like, when you get hired by this international company and everybody's like, it's just amazed by what you do, and you're like, wait, is it me? One thing that helps me with this is that I literally remember that I'm a chosen generation. I'm a royal priesthood. I can do it. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You understand? Imposter syndrome happens like on a weekly basis because you meet great people, you meet ministries, and you meet diplomats, and you're like, am I sitting at this table? Like, those thoughts just flash through your mind. And the way I handle it is I try to remember how far I've come. And it wasn't by my might, it wasn't by my grace, but if I've come this far, what's stopping me from getting there? I deserve the seat at this table. In fact, I'm the table, to be honest. Like, do you get it?
Yeah.
You just have to push those thoughts out of your mind. And it's not easy. It's easier said than done. Like, there are moments you're like, you need to cry it out, and you're like, okay, yeah, good, let's continue. And we move. Because sometimes the pressure builds up. And it's understandable. But hey, if in product management you're building a product for, let's say, a millionaire who doesn't really care about your daily struggles. And those daily struggles are actually stumbling blocks to the launch of that product. That's when you know that, yes, you've landed, but we move. As I said, you can do all things. You've come this far, you can get there. Do you understand me? So imposter syndrome will not leave. But as you learn, as you have the faith, as you know that I'm doing everything right to be on the right track, I will be there. To the last one, celebrate your wins. More often than not, we tend to focus on our failures. But I'm here to tell you that even if you're able to read just a page today, celebrate it. You don't have to go and throw yourself a party, but you can just be like, hey girl, I'm proud of you. I literally have an alarm at 9:45 every day to tell me that, hey, well done, I'm proud of you. It's needed because, see, sometimes you don't get to hear that much. So if you can't read it to yourself, you can't say it out loud to yourself, you can't be your own motivator. Who do you want to motivate you? Like, do you understand me?
Yeah.
Celebrate your wins and learn from your failures. When you hit the floor today, tomorrow, you know that I hit here, I'm going to walk stronger here. There are moments in project management that you actually make a very wrong step, like so wrong. And if you sit there, you actually mess more things up. So I would want you to celebrate your wins. If you build a session of an app that is live, but the rest is not ready, yeah, celebrate that part. There's also a part of the app, just like WhatsApp. WhatsApp didn't come this full. When WhatsApp came, there was nothing like status. They still celebrated what they had. It was just a communication app. When Instagram came, there was no Instagram Reels. They were still making their money. They were still happy about it. There were UI designs they failed as Instagram. Like there were some few months back, they showed us some very funny designs. Even this new WhatsApp update, people are calling it a failure. Does it change them? No, but they're going to improve on it, best assured. Do you understand? So always celebrate your wins and learn from your failures.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Star.
Thank you to Randall. I mean, it's been very, very insightful. So on the advice that we are looking at, Randall has mentioned continuous improvement. She never stop learning. Network and find mentors. You know how to get it. The group is there. We have mentors in the group as well from practical experience. So most of the courses may give you a project to work on, which may not be a live project, that you may not really have that practical experience. Our mentors here are ready to guide you. If you need an internship, if you need practical experience, just speak to any of the mentors in the group or on the platform. They're going to help you to put you on. Embrace imposter syndrome. Always tell yourself you are worth it. Then celebrate your wins, no matter how small it is. Thank you, Randall. Once again, I want to be like you, when I grow up. Ernest, are you there?
Right here.
Okay, sure. Thank you very much. So, Ernest, you'll be touching on Randall has shared her journey into product management with us. She has also discussed the challenges and the opportunities in the field. She has given us some tips to look out for. But right now, we want to know the essential skills to get into the role, or which skills are needed into the role. Where do we find the skills? Randall has mentioned, how she found the information online. But also tell us how you found yours, how you excelled practically with the experience, and they tell us some of the types of product management rules. At times, I see people, and then they tell you I am a growth product manager. I'm like, which one is growth product manager? Where are you going to? They're like, I mean, there are so many types. So I mean, break it down for us, and let's see how we can also, get to that stage, and then how we can also start earning in dollars like you.
Hello, everyone. Once again, my name is Ernest. Thanks for having me, Star. So, how to develop the skills you need to be a successful product manager. Now, first off, I believe everyone has, I always say that everyone has some ingrained skills personally. There are certain things that are natural to you. Look for those skills and hone on them. One of them will be problem solving. For me, I'm a very inquisitive person, so I'm always asking questions. How does this thing work? Why is this thing this way? And moving to the United States, one of the main things I was faced with all over was I was trying to figure out how come the system is working here, as they say, because I mean, same human beings, same land, same water and everything, but there's something else working because there are systems put in place to ensure that things function properly. So first off, as a product manager, you are solving problems daily, like real product management. You are solving problems in its literal sense, problems in the sense that, let's say you are working with Microsoft. Now, Microsoft has a range of products like the Microsoft Word, the Microsoft Office Suite. Now, I think their search engine Binge and some other things. Let's say with the event of AI, Microsoft is trying to see how best they can include AI into their Office Suite, and that can generally be the whole problem idea. Now, as a product manager, you are supposed to sit down and think through this. That is a problem that a solution is supposed to come out from, and that solution can be another revenue generating product for the company, or even show up an already existing product revenue streams. Do you understand? So you must like problem solving. If you don't like problem solving, product management will not be very attractive for you, because day in, day out, you're trying to put out fires all over the place. You come into the office and engineering team is reaching out to you that customers are complaining of some downtime on maybe an app for let's say a bank, a mobile app. Recently, there was some serious downtime on Cash App. People were doing very interesting things. When I say very interesting things, trying to take out money. So what happened was you could withdraw more than your actual cash balance on Cash App. And here in America, people are very interesting. I think I saw a video on TikTok where someone had withdrawn had bought food worth almost $2,500, thinking that if things should get back to normal, it would go scot-free, which wasn't the case. The money had to be debited from his bank account. He ended up with an overdraft of almost $3,000. Do you understand? So you come to the office and this is what's happening. As a product manager, you're supposed to meet with your engineering team, design team, and see how best this can be resolved ASAP. You are always putting out fires. So you must like problem solving. Initially, when I started out, it looked very appealing. And because of my background, when the startup I co-founded in Ghana with a friend, I had to do a lot of problem solving. You wake up today. So as the aggregator company, I co-founded, what we're doing was providing marketing and financing solutions to farmers in Ghana. And you wake up one day and this farmer says that, oh, my produce didn't come out this way and that way. Meanwhile, we are giving you certain things to look out for. And you're supposed to supply this produce to, let's say, Vidai Cafe for this month. How do you solve that issue? So you have to put your thinking caps on and try and see how best to go about that. Because at the end of the day, you should come up with a solution. So yes, as a product manager, your problem solving skills need to be top notch. And as much as possible, you also need to be data driven. So that moves me to my next point. You have to have high analytical skills. You don't just, as a product manager, don't just get up and profess solutions to issues. It should be backed by data, because at the end of the day, you're going to speak to senior management who will say, okay, let's go ahead with this. You see, the decisions you are making as a product manager are very critical. And that's why currently in the United States, especially, it's a very hot cake role, like, for the lack of a better word. It's a very hot cake role because, paying very good money, but the job in itself is very crucial. You are more like
I think it's a very hot cake role, right? So it's paying plenty money.
Plenty money. I'm not even capping. Entry level roles are giving you 6 figures without fail. We've not even talked about. Yeah, we're not even talking about sign-on bonuses whatsoever. So this is fact.
Please,
And look, Mhm.
yeah, like, are you talking about six-figure salary when it's converted into Ghana cedis?
No,
Or
no, no, no.
six-figure salary?
Basic minimum, like for your start, about $110,000 to $130,000, and then sign on. Some companies give sign-on bonuses of up to like $30,000 to $45,000. Sign-on bonus is free money for you. Like the company is dashing you money for joining them, and then I work from home, so they give you your stuff for your money for your office, your home office setup, Wi-Fi, and all those. They pay for all those things. So quite juicy, you understand? But juicy, but you have to be on top of your game, because every single decision you make can make or mar revenue or sales for a company. Let me give you a very typical example. Recently, I don't know which company was that, but I think either Microsoft or so tried to merge some AI stuff with Binge in an effort to increase people's usage of Binge. However, I don't think it went very well, and it rather made customers frustrated because you are trying to search for things, and AI is auto-populating what your search box and all that, and it was making people frustrated. You understand? So at the end of the day, instead of getting more customers and increasing your customer retention, your churn rate increase. Customers are like, no, I can't use this, and that is going to affect the overall usage of the product and its appeal to your customers. So you do things based on data, and I mean, unfortunately, in our part of the world, we are still grasping onto data, but over here, data is a big issue. So you take a look at, I mean, data from 3 months, 6 months, a year, 3 years, 6 years. What are the trends? What are customers or users usually doing with our products? And what then can we say should be a next step for a customer journey with the use of our products? Do you understand? And based on that, you take a wild guess. Product management involves a lot of calculated guesses. And if those calculated guesses yield positive results, your managers are going to like you. And if your managers like you, it makes your work easier, because they are the ones who you have to convince to get your product out there on the market. As a product manager, you're a mini CEO, in the sense that you own the product you are building. Everything, every question that is regarding the product, in its technicality, in the marketing aspect of it, in the usage aspect of it, the questions come directly to you. So you literally own the product, and it's important that you understand what you're doing and you're on the good side of your management. I'm not saying be a bootlegger, but you need to be good, so good that they cannot do without listening to you. Do you understand? And one of the ways to do that is making sure everything you do is data driven. So that's what led me to actually get into my current master's program, MSc in data analytics, because I'm not from a data background. So data analytics gives me the opportunity to understand how we use data to make decisions in companies here. A minor decision will reduce a company's revenue streams by millions of dollars, and that's no cap. Do you understand? So it's so important. Now, another skill that's very important to develop as a product manager is leadership. Like I said, you're a mini CEO of the product, so you are leading a lot of people. You are working with engineering teams, designers, marketers. At any point in time, you are micromanaging all these people to ensure that their efforts come together very well for your product to be something that users are going to like. Users are going to want to use long term. So you are not their direct boss. You're not the one who puts a paycheck in their bank account, but they listen to you. They come to you. This is what we want to do for the next design phase of the product. This is what we want to do for the next engineering phase of the product. And approval needs to come from you, because at the end of the day, when your senior manager comes, he's not going to ask the DevOps guy. He's not going to ask the AI engineer. He's going to ask you, the product manager, why is this way? Why is that this way? So all these other people are supposed to answer to you to so you have a fair idea of how things are being done. So you need high leadership skills, how to lead people without, so we call it leading without authority. You are leading people by not being authoritative on them. And it needs to be that way because in every office, you don't want to be with a boss who is, trying to be bossy on you. So like Star, we are friends, but Star should be able to say, Ernest, I need you to work on A, B, and C, and we discuss it and I get it done. He's leading me. In this case, I have to report to him, but he's not leading me in such a way that I'm like, why start trying to tell me what to do? Do you understand? So yes, that's pretty much about it. And that also leads me to my next skill, which is communication. I think for me, this is one of the top skills you need to have as a product manager. Being able to communicate your ideas clearly is super important.
Wow.
Because your stakeholders, your engineers, your designers, your marketers, even customers, you're going to be interacting with this on a day-to-day basis. Product management is not a very technical role. You are doing a lot of talking, you're doing a lot of analyzing, you're doing a lot of communication. You're in meetings most of the time, honestly speaking. So it's important that you know how to communicate whatever thing you are building. They put together product jargons here and there, and make sure you articulate about the ideas and people can clearly understand you. If you have this right, you have a lot of leverage as a product manager if your communication is very top-notch. And then finally, strategic thinking. Like I said, you are doing a lot of wild guessing as a product manager, and you need to be able to make calculated guesses based on market trends, competitive landscapes, customer needs. And see, the tech industry is constantly evolving. It's, I think Randall was saying something, you need to be learning, like on the go. You stay 3 months without studying something new, and it looks like you're already lacking behind. So as a product manager, you need to be able to understand what is happening around you on the constant basis, because day in, day out, things are evolving, especially in the tech space. So these are my 5 top skills. I mentioned communication skills, strategic thinking, problem-solving skills, leadership skills, and also analytical skills. Now, what resources and tips can help you develop these skills? I'll start by mentioning the LIT Academy, who organized this program. Honestly, some of these, if this was available as and when I was in Ghana, I would have signed up to this before even moving to the United States, because most of the times we are confined to what we study in school. Do you understand? And I studied agribusiness and economics in school, and I didn't know anything about product management. My idea of product management came to life when I started my company. Do you understand? So a company like institution like LIT gives you a more direct approach on how to study product. And I believe everyone is a product manager, because your life is a product. As a product manager, you are involved in doing a lot of things, but your topmost priorities are ensuring that, one, customers are enjoying the use of a product, and two, the company is benefiting from that product that customers are enjoying through revenue that's coming in. You understand? So your life is a product. So if you have the opportunity and you think you can afford it, try. Honestly, it's not a walk in the park. I remember when I came to the United States, I tried to enroll in product school to get official training with product management. And that was about $5,000. It's not like I had the money lying down. I had to, put myself together, put in some extra hours at my day job, and be able to save the money down. So every good thing involves some risk and sacrifice. So as much as possible, if you can, enroll with LIT Academy, and I think it will be a good starting point. There's also some courses on Coursera, Udemy, and then here I'm in the United States, so I'll say things based on the environment I find myself. There's also in the lab product management here for people who are trying to transition to product. And then finally, whichever job you are in, try and get in touch with the IT department and understand what they do. one of the best ways to transition to product management is to start from the company in which you are. I'll be very frank with you. The product market now, the product job market now is very, very competitive. So you want to, as much as possible, if you already have a job and there's a tech department, every job, every company in the world now should have some form of technology involvement, one or the other. If they are not, I don't know what they are doing. Even mining companies have tech teams. So as much as possible, every company should have a tech team in there. It doesn't need to be anything giddy. You can start from you just even preparing slide decks and all for company meetings. And all those things are involved in product management, because at the end of the day, whatever information you are getting from your design teams and all that, you have to communicate it. That communication, you're not going to read a piece of paper in front of them. No. You're going to design slides that they can envision or visualize what you are communicating to them. So if you are already in a company, try and get in touch with your tech team, figure out what their day-to-day is like, and see how you can fit yourself in there. But you can't do that without knowledge. So it's important that you have some knowledge base. And like I said, the Lit Academy is a good place to start from. Now, the different types of product manager roles, and like Star said, honestly, there are a lot. It's like there are new ones coming day in, day out. I'll speak on a few ones. They are technical product managers. Now, these are people who have a technical background. Some of these people are DevOps engineers, software engineers, who, you want to move from doing the technical stuff and now just be managing teams. So that's what a technical product manager, who a technical product manager is. You have a technical skill in IT or technology. And then from there, you are now into product management. Being a technical product manager has a lot of advantages, because you kind of understand the needs of the teams you are working with. So it gives you more leverage to be able to communicate to them and see how best you people can work together seamlessly. However, if you don't have the opportunity to be technical, it doesn't mean you cannot be a product manager. I was not from a technical background. I'm now trying to develop my technical abilities here and there. Now, there are data product managers. These are also very much high on the demand now, because a lot of companies, especially here in the United States, want to be data-driven as much as possible. Because most of the time, if you try to do things out of the bubble, it doesn't really end well. So data product managers are on the high, where you are using data to make calculated decisions. So most of these people are either people who have studied data science, data analytics, and are adding that into their product management career. And there's a regular product manager like myself who took a course and also got my background, my startup, going to product. And for a regular product manager, day to day, you are managing teams, managing stakeholders, communicating to stakeholders, ensuring that whatever product that is being worked on is 100% in good shape. Your timelines are being planned well, your daily scrums are well organized, your stand-ups with teams at the end of the week and all that are pretty good. Do you understand? And we have growth product managers, like Star mentioned. Now, growth product managers are more concerned with moving the company, or moving the needle in a company. So moving the company from 0 to 1. So let's say it's a company already existing that's doing, let's say, $35 million annual revenue. The company is planning on moving to at least $70 million in 3 years. They're going to hire a growth product manager. What the growth product managers can do is figure out what can be done to help them achieve that target through the product that's already existing. So what ways can that product be made better to reach their target? At the end of the day, every company makes the income they make based on the product they have available on the market. Apple has the largest market cap for a company in the world because of the products they have on the market. Do you understand? So yeah. And then finally, there's group product manager. The group is the same as the principal, lead. You are more like the one leading other product managers. So in most companies, you find this in some of the large tech companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, and Nvidia. And yeah, because those are very large companies, have multiple products all over the place. They have group product managers to micromanage other product managers who are already existing. Now, with group other product managers, it comes with more experience. So you find most of these people with 15, 20 years experience of product management under their belt, and that's how come they're group product managers. In a nutshell, product is a very interesting space. It can be very daunting. I'll be very frank with you. My first couple of months working was interesting because I had to deal with a lot of ambiguity. Like, and it boils down to problem solving, like I was saying. A problem is brought to you, you don't even know where to start from. And it can get frustrating because you have to be scrappy, try and figure out, okay, where do I start from with this? And that's where first principle thinking comes in. With first principle thinking, you are trying to understand, you're trying to narrow down whatever problem you are seeing to one particular thing. Then based on that thing, you reverse engineer that thing you've identified back to the problem, and then you can come up with a solution. So adopt first principle thinking approach, even in your personal life. Let's say you have to raise 10,000 CDs. You want to spend 10,000 CDs this month in December. With all the parties and things going on. First principle thinking will help you break down, okay, what can I do to...
Ernest, a second. Ernest,
yeah.
Let me cut you short. So, we are about wrapping up the event. If you have a question, you can be dropping them in the chat, and then we will take that after Ernest's presentation. So Ernest, you can go back. Yeah, take us.
Okay, thank you. So I'm saying that first principle thinking would get you questioning yourself. Okay, what can I do to be able to get 10,000 CDs this December? Let's say you have a job. That job gives you 3,000 a month. So you have 7,000 left. Now that's 7,000. What can you do? How much time do you have available out of your regular work hours? Out of that time, how much time can you put into something that can give you 7,000 CDs at a go, or in bits? So that's the whole idea of first principle thinking. Once you keep narrowing those things down, you are going to get to a particular point where you know that, okay, I can do this contract and do this, but how am I going to get that contract? And all those questions coming. So as a product manager, first principle thinking should be your friend. Like, that should be the way you think. If not, you are going to have a lot of challenges because you are going to deal with a lot of ambiguity where something is brought to you, you don't even know how to go about it, how to start it, how to attack or attempt the problem. Do you understand? So yeah, that's pretty much it from me. Thank you for listening, and thank you for hearing me out.
Thank you very much, Ernest. This was solid. And I like how you mentioned the amount of money, like you're mentioning Ghana cedis. Can just mention $80 million, $70 million, like wow. So yeah, I'll definitely learn more and then get to be like you also, just like I want to be like Randall. So we have a first question from Gideon, and Gideon is saying that as a chartered accountant in the UK wanting to venture into tech-related fields, which areas would be best to start from? So this is what we are going to do. We plan to go from 3 to 4. It's currently 4:05. So we will just take a few of the questions. So the questions should come in the chat session. You can also drop your questions via our social media teams. And then we are going to take them all at once for our panelists so that we can wrap up quick. Thank you very much. So Ernest, so would you like to take this for us? As a chartered accountant in the UK, wanting to venture into tech-related fields, which areas would be best to start from?
Awesome. So I think as a chartered accountant, you already have an area to start from, and that's finance.
Okay.
Finance is now very tech heavy because of a vast myriad of factors. Let me explain. So I currently bank with Chase Bank, right? And when you see their tech products, it's very amazing. One of those products is their how do you call it? What do you call it? The check. So there's this thing you can do on the app where you can, if you have a check you need to cash, you don't need to go to the bank. You can capture a picture of the check and it automatically scans it and all other details and deposits the money into your bank without you going to the bank physically.
Wow.
Yeah. And a host of other things, but that for me is one of their main products for me. And so with your background, finance should be your first starting point. You understand? Because now a lot of banks have apps, a lot of banks have websites, a lot of banks, use computers to do their day-to-day activities. There's technology surrounding everything they do. So a good place to start from is finance. Honestly speaking, I'm very frank with you. There's no need for you to jump into wanting to go into maybe construction or edutech or agri-tech. Fintech is a good place for you to start from. So yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Okay, thank you very much. There's also another question. The question reads here, so let me just make it live. What are the prospects of product management? I think she's touched about that. I think people want something more solid.
Okay, so the prospects of product management are endless, if you ask me. When you start off as a product manager, you can get into technical product management. You can get into data product management, growth. With time, as you gather experience, you can get into group product management, and eventually, most product managers, because of the nature of your work, most product managers end up becoming founders because you get to understand what goes into the building of a product and literally a company. Do you understand me? So most product managers end up becoming founders of companies that are doing millions of annual revenue yearly. Do you understand? So I don't know if that answers your question, but the prospects are endless. From product, you can divert into a lot of things. You can want to get fully technical. So you become a technical PM. You can decide to jump into data, become a data PM, and all that. So yeah, the prospects are really endless.
Okay, sure. So the next question I'll be taking, this is to Randall. So Randall, Dr. PH is saying that thank you for the opportunity. The question is, can someone become a data analyst and a project manager at the same time? Which of them do you think I should start from? And then there's another question from...
Can I take the first one first?
Another question. Yeah, a second, let me add this one to you so that you could answer both of them at the same time. There's another question saying that I am overwhelmed. I mean, I'm also very overwhelmed by all this, discovery. My concern is, how do we reach out to the youth and young adults who spend hours on tech, yet are not utilizing the opportunities and the benefits? They are being polluted with the info that tech studies in Ghana has no future. So, this person is asking that, how can we, make people understand that, tech is valuable if I get them right, especially to the young adults who spend most of their time in tech. In Ghana currently, I won't say currently, in the past, when your parents see you with laptop going to the cafe, they tell you that you're going to be a fraud boy. Don't do that. Become a lawyer. And we are seeing how it works. So this person is also asking question of, how do we do it? How can we get it right? So Randall, please touch on those two for me.
Yeah, with the first one, you're actually a gold mine to actually have data analytics and project management. As Ernest said, he's taking his master's in data analytics, right? And to have that, he's going to make more money. That's exciting stuff. Where to start from? If you can combine both, you're good to go. You can be learning your data analytics in school, taking your project management after hours, and apply to jobs with these two skills, and you'll be valued than gold, to be honest, because you have the data. As Ernest said in his presentation, you need data to make very informed decisions. And just to touch on a question Ernest answered about the financial banking, with this kind of skills, you're really a good asset for the fintech industry. Like there's Cash App, there's Zelle, there's, let me come to Ghana, this Paystack, this MTN Momo app. There are human beings just like us that lead those products. Do you understand? So if you can go with both, that'll be fine. But if you actually want to start, I would prefer you start with your data analytics first. With that, you can actually become a technical product manager because you have the technical background and you don't start from like zero. Because when you start working as a PM, it gets interesting, and getting the technical skills will take a lot of zeal, to be honest. You would enjoy it. Secondly, you're overwhelmed. I am too. How to get the youths in tech. That's why LIT is available, to be honest. LIT is here to help us learn, to give you the experience you need, to give you the zeal to move forward, to give you the real experience you actually need to excel in product management, because you're going to be making decisions for like multi-million companies. Yeah, you're going to lead a lot of people, and you need to know how to lead people. It's not about being just saying do that, do this. You have to be empathetic. You have to know how to communicate. You have to understand people's strength so that you can assign tasks accordingly. Those are skills you didn't just get anywhere. That's why the LIT is available. Whoever said there's no future in tech for Ghana doesn't know. I don't know, maybe this person is living somewhere else. Because even in Ghana, project management pays. It pays more than the average Ghanaian salary. So there's a future here, and that's just project management. That's just product management. There's software engineering, there's data analytics, and those people are making like a minimum of 10K Ghana cedis a month, every 30 days. So do not.
Randall, you're saying that people in Ghana are earning more than 10,000 Ghana cedis, and then they are very likely to work from home as well. Wow. I mean, I need some learnings to do. As I mentioned to Ernest, I'll also come to you so that.
Ernest, tell them you work from home, you get all the benefits from working from home, like at your own. Just that. You have to be on top of your game. Like, be honest, you have to do your work. Then you're fine, because see, products are hanging on your neck. People's money, investors' monies are in your pockets. And your slightest mistake could cost somebody a lot. So you have to be very detailed oriented. So all these skills are not something you find on the floor. It's not the end of formal, like you need to enroll on the LIT program, and they'll give you the experience you need. Do you understand? So if you can direct all the youth to the LIT program, hey, there's nothing without a price. It's a little you pay and then you get on board. Come on. It's going to transform your life. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Randall. So, also for people, I mean, in case you take Randall's advice about going into data analytics, or you become a data analyst or a business analyst, and then you want to transition to product management, let us also, crafted a course called Shift.
Wow.
Yes. So that course is for people who are already data analysts or business analysts looking to transition to product management. And then it just goes for 4 days intensive. Then you are good to go.
So who asked the question? You see, you're a gold mine. Just learn your data analytics and you take a week to transition. Because in the data analytics, you'll be taught leadership, you'll be taught how to gather data, you'll be taught how to communicate, you'll be taught how to hold stakeholder management meetings, because whoever you're taking the data from, you have to report it to somebody. Do you get it? So moving to PM is It's going to be fun for you. Yeah.
Okay, so
There's
Randall,
only
Abdul Razak is also asking, what course can I study at the university related to product management?
what course can you study? Well, any course, to be honest. As Ernest said, everybody is a product manager. The birthday you throw for your friend, the church activity you manage, everybody is a product manager. The house-to-house cleaning you do, the small side business you do, everybody is a project manager. But to become somebody, if you want to become a doctor, you have to be like the best doctor. If you want to become a lawyer, you have to be the best lawyer. So the best, let me say, in the field of product management are the technical product managers, because they are the ones that take more. They are the ones that are like, they really understand their products. Like they get the understanding of what their devs are doing. All things being equal, the non-technical product managers are also moving mountains in places. To them is, I need my feature and I need my feature. They don't really understand you telling me that there's a downtime on, let's say, send grade or something. They don't really care. They just need their feature. But technical product managers are the ones at the top of the food chain. So if you have a background in IT, if you have a background in computer science, if you have a background in data analytics, if you have a background in anything IT, anything technology, transitioning to project management would be great.
Okay.
But
Thank you.
literally any course is fine.
Okay, sure. So I mean, Randall has said it, or Ernest has also said it all. Abdul is still asking, what are the chances if you don't have a degree tech? So I mean, we mentioned that I don't think for product management you would even need to have that kind of degree or masters. You could take your course.
Degree? No.
So I mean, give us the tools, because as Ernest mentioned, he has a degree in agribusiness and then economics. It's not related to tech. I read economics. It's not related to tech. Randall, who read computer science, may be related to tech. But so I think Randall, you would tell us what we the non-technical people can also do. Like, so what are our chances if we don't have what you have? How do we become like you?
There are short courses everywhere on YouTube or paid, like in person. 3 months late. I come back again to late. There are short courses. Yeah, you see, before we enter the university, I don't know if they still do this. They give you this computer classes for like a month. I didn't join though, but like people were going for computer classes after SHS just to get abreast with like tech, how to use Word, how to use Sheets, how to get comfortable with Excel, all those things. Those are just the basics. And as a project manager, you need to know how to hold meetings, how to respond, how to give feedback, how to collect data, how to manage people, how to manage emotions. With all that, those are emotions we have as humans already. So if you have a little technical background by taking short courses, we're late on YouTube or anywhere you want to take it from, that'll be fine. Just any IT short course. It could be on Word, it could be on, I don't know how they take it now, but back in 2018, it was like everything Excel, everything Microsoft, like suits. That's what they'll teach you, PowerPoint and all those things. At least it gets people that didn't really do anything technical abreast with like the latest things to do. Do you understand? So to have a technical background, it's not hard. I know people that studied dance, and he's a mobile developer. I work with one of them.
Agbaja to mobile development. That's a big
Exactly.
deal.
And he learns everything he had to learn on YouTube. So it's finding the best sites. See, if you sit down for an hour and you go on your phone, best YouTube videos to watch to learn React. React is what you use for most mobile apps, or Flutter. Flutter does Android and iOS together. So if you look for such things, it will give you a wider perspective and a roadmap to where you are going to. So to me, Google is my friend. I can learn anything. But sometimes you need human interaction. So Lit is there for you.
Okay, sure. Thank you very much. So, if you are not on the community, you could alert us. You could be on the community as soon as possible. So, I'll be taking the very last question. So, this is going to Ernest. So, Ernest, I'll be adding two questions into one. And then also, I recommend the Let's Product Owner Product Management course, which is the digital product management course. It runs for 1 month. It's 2 days in a week. That is from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So you could have your day job, and you could also be going to your school, and then you could also take the course. And then it's very practical as well. So I would get the details for you. If you need to join the community, you can text us via Lit Academy on Instagram or on all our social media platforms. Or you could text the number 057 629 0000. So the last question for Ernest, someone is asking. My name is Johnson. So Johnson is asking, he's a level 100 student in his second semester, offering computer science at Ghana Telecom, with 2 years of working experience in IT and other related fields. He's currently looking to gain more experience and get a job to support his education. That's the first one. Another one from a lovely person here is saying that they are really enjoying the session. They are a marketing professional, and how do they transition to product management? I mean, so Ernest, please take that fast for us and let's be wrapping up. We are far.
Awesome. So the very first question, honestly, I kind of envy people who are already doing technical stuff, because it's easy peasy if you get it. So he said he's studying something at Ghana Telecom.
Yeah, he studied computer science.
Let me check.
Level
100.
Second, he has 2 years of experience, and then he's currently looking to gain more experience and then to get the job to support the education. So, I mean, where can you...
Let me tell you something. Try and get onto projects. There's this app. Oh, I haven't forgotten this thing's name. But it's for freelancers. You can go and Google it. And there are projects that... Is it WeWork? There's no WeWork. There are projects that people post on there for you to, like, you can bid and then get approved for the project and you work on it. So that is available. And also look outside the box. You see,
not to cut you short, it's called Upwork.
Upwork. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. So Upwork, go on there. People put tons of projects on there and they are paid. You can just go on there, find something, and then be able to do. Also, try and look outside the box. You see, I will not say it's a Ghanaian thing, but probably it is. We are scared to throw ourselves out there. When Randall was sharing, I was very impressed because she was in school and she was doing all those things. Working while schooling. Throw yourself out there. Apply to foreign companies. I have a friend in Ghana. I know a couple of them who are in Ghana, and then they are working with foreign nationals. Don't look for Google and Co. There are startups here in the US that need software developers and all those things. And I mean, of course, they'll not pay you what they are paying the people here, but it's good money. My friend I'm talking about, who self-taught, he studied business administration in school. Afterwards, he studied self-studied to become a software engineer. When he's taking home over $3,500 after tax for salary. And that's not even what they pay software engineers here. There, your 6 figures is 100% down. It's in your pocket, steady. Do you understand? So go to LinkedIn, put yourself out there, look for opportunities, and then before you're out of school, someone like you doing computer science, don't do computer science and come and sit at home. You have yourself to blame for that. Put yourself out there, join communities. You're fortunate to have an institution like Lit putting out this now, because what's going to happen in a not too distant future, I'm sure they'll start doing partnerships with some of these foreign nationals, and then in no time, some job opportunities start coming out. So first off, join Lit, and then also put yourself out there. We spoke about Upwork. There's LinkedIn. Create a LinkedIn profile. I'm sure you know about GitHub. Go on GitHub, try and contribute to open source projects. And that's how people get to know you. So put yourself out there. Randall mentioned that put yourself out there. If you don't put yourself out there, nobody knows what you're doing. So put yourself out there and give yourself a target. Oh, by next year, I want to be able to, if you want to work with a company in Ghana, to fine. But I feel out here, it's merit-based. If you can do the job, they give it to you. No cap about that. You get it. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. And yeah, so that's that. The second question.
The second question was a marketing professional who wants to transition to product management.
Star, you say what?
Hello.
Star, what do you say? Sorry.
Second question is a marketing professional who wants to transition into product management. So I have that angle because I was a marketer, digital marketer, then right now I'm into product management. So let me just take it quick. So as a marketer, I started marketing, did digital marketing, and then I didn't have any idea. I didn't know what a product was. All I knew was social media. I didn't know what product management was. So personally, I'm a beneficiary of the Digital Academy's product management course, digital product management course. I was doing this alongside my day job. So I was going to work and then I was hopping on the call, I was hopping on the class. It was virtual from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. There were times that I was very tired. I was very, 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 very tired, but I still burned the midnight candle to get this done. So I recommend this to you. I've posted in the chat the community link, and then the number, as I said, is 057-6290,000. So the number is 057-6290-000. So I've posted that in the chat as well, and then you could join the community. You could, also get your, so you could also text the number to get any feedback you want. You could as well reach us on all social media platforms at Let's Academy or Let's_Academy. And then you could get your questions answered for you. So we are far behind time for our lovely panelists. Ernest, thank you very much for taking time off your busy schedule. For Randall, we are very grateful as well. So we've learned a lot from continuous improvement, networking, practical experience, embracing imposter syndrome, celebrating great wins. Ernest has spoken to us about the skills needed, what it takes, commitment, strategic thinking, and all. And then we look forward to becoming successful product managers in the future, and we look forward to linking up. So let's have a great time. Any other feedback from anyone else should be directed to the communities, or you could also call the numbers I mentioned. Once again, 057-629-0000, or on all our social media platforms at Let's_Academy. And the link is also in the Zoom chat, in the webinar chat session. So thank you very much. We are very grateful for having you. And then we look forward to doing more of this. We'll be organizing an in-person product management link up in Ghana very soon, and then you'll be the first to know as and when we are through. Thank you so much, and do have a good day for all our participants.
Thank you so much, Star. Have a great rest of the day.